At the conclusion of the questioning, we will have closing statements also of 2 minutes. And based on the toss of a coin, we begin today's debate with Christopher Shays.
As your representative in Washington, I'm an independent, bipartisan, and I believe very effective member. I have a hopeful spirit, and I go where the truth takes me, regardless of the consequences. Being a member of Congress is a 24-hour job, 7 days a week, 12 months a year. It's full-time in Washington, full-time in Connecticut, and then you have to fit a campaign into it. For me, it has been 5 years with an opponent like Jim, spending full-time campaigning while I have been doing my job in Congress. And that's not a complaint, it's just the reality of being a target of the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee for these many years. Fortunately, I am used to work. I have 2 graduate degrees from NYU, one in business administration and the other in public administration. But my best degree is the degree I received from you. It even trumps, frankly, being a Rhodes Scholar. For the past 21 years, you have educated me. Every day I learn something new from you, through your letters, emails, calls, individual conversations, office hours, visits, community and town hall meetings. Thanks for being such good teachers. This is the second of 7 debates. I would submit you can learn a lot about how someone will serve in office by how they conduct their campaign. For me, I would sooner lose an election than go down the very negative path my opponent has chosen to take. His literature speaks for itself. His mailings and TV ads are tremendous distortions, and some of his comments at meetings are truly outrageous. That's why you have this book, 88 pages, a record of independent, bipartisan, and effective leadership to give you facts, not attacks. I want to help you understand what I've done, what I will do, and how I think. As this book points out, last year I voted with my party 2/3 of the time, and with the president 1/3 of the time. And over the past 7 years, I voted with the president only half the time, and yet my opponent would have you think I am his clone. Jim Hines knows better. He knows I am independent, bipartisan, and effective, just the way you taught me to be. Mr. Hines.
Thank you, Tom, and thank you to the Norwalk Chamber of Commerce for hosting this debate. As you probably know, we kicked it off this morning at 7:45 in Bridgeport with the Bridgeport Regional Business Council, so I also thank you for your sense of civilized timing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing up here today because our country is in crisis. I know we can do better. I know we can do better and give opportunity to every American because that's the kind of opportunity I had. I'm meeting many of you for the first time. I'm not a politician. I was a businessman. I ran a nonprofit. Most importantly, I'm father to 2 young girls, Emma and Amy, 4th grade and 1st grade. And I worry that those 2 girls are not going to grow up in the kind of an America that I grew up in. And let me tell you a little bit about the America that I grew up in. I grew up in a single working mom household. Mom's actually in the back of the room right now. In a small town, 2 sisters, not a lot of extra anything, but we had opportunity. My mom's job came with health care that meant we never worried about going to a doctor. It meant that I got to go to a public school that was a good school and a supportive community that offered opportunity. And I took advantage of that opportunity, worked every job there was to work in that small town. Out of Hopewell Valley Central High School, I got to attend Harvard College. From there, won a Rhodes Scholarship to study further, spent 12 years at Goldman Sachs, and now for the last 6 years have run an affordable housing nonprofit, building green affordable housing in distressed inner cities. That's the kind of opportunity that this country must offer to everyone. And I worry that that kind of opportunity is not going to be there for my daughters, or for your children and your grandchildren. Our economy is on its back. We are stuck in an outrageously expensive war that we had no business fighting while our enemies gather strength in places like Afghanistan, Pakistan, and Iran. None of this is an accident. None of this is the fault of the business cycle or of bad luck. This is the result of bad policies by the Bush administration supported by Chris Shays. And if he wants to call that negative, all you need to do is look in the newspapers to see where we are today. I know we can do better. We can revive our economy if we send new people, energetic people to Washington.